Can scientific advancement justify the sacrifice of human rights and ethical boundaries? This haunting question reverberates through history, echoing from the grim corridors of unethical experimentations. Our journey begins in the early 20th century with the horrors of Nazi human experimentation. During World War II, Nazi doctors committed unspeakable atrocities under the guise of medical research. Prisoners in concentration camps were subjected to gruesome experiments, including exposure to extreme temperatures, high-altitude tests, and even sterilizations. These acts stand as a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity when ethics are abandoned. From there, we shift to the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, an equally disturbing chapter in American medical history. Conducted by the U.S. Public Health Service in Tuskegee, Alabama, this study exploited African American men with syphilis, leaving them untreated for decades to observe the natural progression of the disease. This gross violation of medical ethics laid bare the systemic racism embedded within scientific research. As we move further into the 20th century, we encounter the atrocities of Unit 731 in Imperial Japan. Here, prisoners of war were subjected to vivisection, biological warfare experiments, and other horrific procedures. This chapter not only underscores the dark side of scientific inquiry, but also the profound implications of unchecked military ambition. Then, we delve into the story of Henrietta Lacks, an African-American woman whose cells were taken without her consent and subsequently used in countless medical breakthroughs. This exploitation raises critical questions about consent, ownership, and the commodification of the human body in the name of science. In the mid-20th century, the eugenics movement's forced sterilizations further tainted scientific history. Individuals deemed unfit were sterilized, often without their knowledge or consent, in a misguided attempt to improve the human race. The Stanford Prison Experiment, a psychological study conducted in the 70s, demonstrated the dangerous power dynamics that can develop in controlled environments. Meanwhile, the CIA's Project MKUltra used unsuspecting citizens as test subjects in mind control experiments, violating their rights and privacy. The Willowbrook hepatitis experiments, which intentionally infected mentally disabled children with hepatitis, and the thalidomide tragedy, a pharmaceutical disaster that led to thousands of children born with severe deformities, further highlight the catastrophic consequences of unethical scientific practices. Finally, we touch upon the atomic bomb testing on the Marshall Islands during the mid-20th century, a stark reminder of the ethical complexities and devastating impacts of nuclear experimentation. In conclusion, these dark chapters serve as potent warnings of the ethical boundaries that must never be crossed in the pursuit of scientific knowledge. They underline the importance of maintaining human dignity, informed consent, and ethical considerations at the heart of scientific research. These historical transgressions are not only reminders of our past mistakes, but also lessons for future scientific endeavors, urging us to strive for a balance between scientific advancement and ethical integrity.